Hey, and welcome back to a new video. Welcome if you are new. Today I am back with another Beetles PolyGel kit, and this one is a lot smaller than the other one, but I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it. This one just does come with 6 polygels, and I did want to do a black Valentine's Day set, so let's get right into it. So of course you get your instruction manual that comes with every polygel kit. And then you go ahead and get 6 polygels. These are 15 milliliters, so they are kind of small, but I was able to do a full set with this and it was pretty okay. So the first color I am doing is the white color. We then have this red color. This one is called lavender, but to me it was more pink, and this one was so loose and wet. I don't know, it just like spilled out the bottle and more was coming down. It was kind of messy. We then have this silver. We then have a gold. And lastly, we have this black, and I don't know if you can see, but like that lavender color was like kind of really wet, like it extended down to my lint-free wipe. But I did go ahead and use flash because the silver and gold were like flashing gold and silver, so I tried to use the flash on them to see, but I did go ahead and use my stiletto nail tips, and I went ahead and applied that with my KDS nail glue. I did go ahead and do my peel off method with my peel off base coat and my matte top coat, and then I go ahead and buff out the nail tips and I apply some base gel on them. And then after I apply my base gel, I cure my nail lamp for 60 seconds. And I am using this nude color that I have. I'll have everything that I use listed down below, but I really did want to also incorporate a nude into this set, and this kit didn't come with one, so I used one of my own. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that with the 2-bead method. I use one from the nail tip down to the bottom of the nail, and I go ahead and shape that up and pat that in place. And then after that, I do cure that for 60 seconds before I go in with my second cuticle bead. And so I went ahead and cured that for 60 seconds, and now I'm going in with my second bead, applying it from the cuticle to the bottom of the nail, and I go ahead and pat that in place as well. Once I'm done and cured that for 60 seconds, I go ahead and do the same to my pinky nail. And so I just want to drop in and say, like, I really do like these polygels. I don't know how to pronounce the brand, so I don't want to butcher it, but I really do think they have a good consistency. I have a lot of their nudes. It's really, really good quality. Like, it's kind of like a pack of two for like $8, and I really do like the quality of it. And so I'm going in with my black polygel, and I'm going to go ahead and use my toothpaste pusher like always. I'm going to go ahead and apply that. And so one thing I did notice is black polygel is not as opaque as you would think. So if you can see, it's kind of translucent towards the nail tip because it's clear. So I think when doing like black polygel, you may want to use a natural nail tip just so it can be a little bit more opaque. But I did go ahead and do this. I had to do 3 coats and it was still pretty sheer. So later on I did go ahead and put a regular gel black polish over it. After I go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds, I go ahead in with my second bead of polygel, and here it was kind of loose, but I did go ahead and still use that so I'm not wasting any of the polygel that came out of the tube. And so I'm doing the same thing I did for my ring finger, for my middle finger and my thumb, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that process. And again, don't do what I do, touching the polygel with your hands. That's not good, but do as I say, not as I do. But I do go ahead and do my second bead, and I go ahead and then cure that for 60 seconds as well. And I did forget to mention I'm using 91% isopropyl alcohol for my slip solution, and I did do my thumb off camera because I just didn't want the video to get repetitive. So after I applied my polygel, I go ahead and grab my gel surface cleanser and I go ahead and remove that tacky layer before I go in and start filing the nails. So I grab my dust collector, my 8080 grit nail file, and I'm going to go ahead and start filing the nails. And so I did leave most of the filing in this nail video because I just love the way stiletto shaped nails look. Like filing them is just so easy and it just looks so clean when you're done, and it just has that nice crisp shape. So once the nails are filed to my liking, I go ahead and grab a buffer, and I didn't realize that I was out of frame for this, but I do go ahead and grab a buffer and I go ahead and buff out the nails. If you want, you can always do like the cuticle oil hack and then buff the nails out to remove the scratches. I don't do that. I just don't do that. And then after buffing, I use my 5-in-1 bit and I go ahead and work that around my cuticle area. And like I said, this bit is really good for also just buffing the nails. But as you can see, even with like me using this bit, it's kind of translucent towards the cuticle area. So later on, like I said, I do apply a gel coat of polish, so it kind of is more opaque. And I go ahead and dust off all the dust and wash my hands. And so I'm going in with my top coat, and this is where I realized it was way too translucent, so I just go ahead and remove that and apply some black gel on it. I'm using this French liners from Savvyland. I do like them. I haven't really used them before. This is my first time, so eventually I may do like a video on these because I have the summer set as well. But I go ahead and use the black polish and go ahead and apply that over the entire nail. And these brushes are angled, so they're technically meant for a French manicure, but since they're big enough, I was able to use them to also apply gel polish onto the nail. After I apply the black gel polish, I'm going in with my top coat and I'm going to go ahead and apply that to all of the nails because I am going to do a glitter French on the nude nails. And then towards the black ones, I'm going to go ahead and do a heart on, like half a heart on both nails, so then when you put them together, it forms just one heart. So I have this little pink tray and I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my French, and I actually really did like these brushes for French tips. Like, they're big and they're angled, but they work. Like, you use the angle and it just makes like a nice clean French. Of course you gotta just clean up the kind of French line, the smile line, just to make sure it looks good, but I really did like these overall. And so once I go ahead and clean up the French smile, then I'm gonna go ahead and pour some black glitter over them. And when you're pouring the black glitter, you want to make sure it's in wet gel polish, and then you cure that for 60 seconds. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the pinky finger. So I'm going in with my Macart rhinestone glue and these rhinestones, and I'm going to go ahead and do the outline of the heart that I want on my nails. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my rhinestone tool to go ahead and place the hearts where I want them to be. And then after I like how that looks, I cure for 60 seconds in my nail lamp, and then I go ahead and do the same for the other nail. And I'm also just cleaning up some of that rhinestone glue so it doesn't seep through the rhinestones. And after that, I did want a little bit more in the nails, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this reflective gel polish and just apply it towards the middle of the nails because I just wanted to give it a little more pop. And then lastly, I go ahead and apply my rhinestones on my thumb. And of course, the most important step, we're going to go ahead and apply our cuticle oils to the nails. And this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.